All right, so this is going to be a review of Civil War. It's written and directed by Al Scarlin. I believe it just came out last weekend. I tried to watch it last weekend. Didn't get the chance to. I'm seeing it on Monday, I guess, earlier today. And I'll say how I feel about it in a second. But basically, this is a future dystopian America where civil wars broke out. So you got Texas and California, I believe they seceded. And you also have Florida and the Carolinas. There's something going on there. And I believe the other forces is called the Western forces. It's seeming like they're pretty much about to win, right? And so we follow these journalists, Lee, played by Kirsten Dunst, Joel, played by Wagner Moura, Jesse, that's the younger one, played by Kaylee Spaney, and then you got Sammy, played by Stephen McKinley Henderson. They are, on the road trying to get to DC before the president pretty much surrenders, and they really want, an interview or a quote from him before things finally just end. So basically, we're on the road with them trying to get there, and then we're seeing what America is as a result of this conflict that's been going on. So I thought this movie was incredible. I mean, it's the best movie I've seen of the year. Not really saying much. I haven't seen that much good stuff, but oh my god. I mean, so cinematography's all done well. I think they do a really good job, just in the setup of things of showing this world the way it is. I mean, it really does feel dystopian. I mean, abandoned cars, people strung up, and things like that. Random just shootouts and violence just happening in the distance. It's put together so well, and the performances are all great, especially by Kirsten Dunst in this. You can clearly tell, even just not just from her lines, but just in her face, that she's been through a lot. I mean, she's really been through it, and she's going through some internal struggle as a result of all the things she's seen over the course of her doing this. And she has this protective nature over Jesse. I like their relationship because she knows what this is and knows that this girl should not be doing this. She doesn't want to see her dead and things like that. She goes out of her way to try to protect her in a situation where she really can't. But I mean, this movie is so tense. It's just tense moment after tense moment after tense moment when you go with these journalists, because I mean, it's showing just how dangerous journalism can be, right? Because they're not just, obviously they're covering, a war zone and things like that, shootouts, but they are right there in the action. I mean, they're standing behind people who are actively shooting at someone, and they're being shot at back. And at any moment, they could just get killed, gunned down right there, trying to get a picture of it. It's just, it's crazy. I mean, early on, there's a bomb that goes off that almost kills one of the major characters in this. There's another pretty early part of it where this guy gets set on fire, and the camera just stays on him as you just watch him burn. His skin is starting to peel off. Any person that they come across that they don't already know on the road is a potential threat. You have that scene with Jesse Plemons from the trailer. You've probably seen it. He got the glasses on. He's in a military outfit. And mass grave of the dumping bodies. And it's a life or death situation. It's a situation where it feels like, it's going to be really hard to talk their way out of it, maybe even impossible. And you just feel the tension. You just feel like, oh my God, all these major characters right here could just die. So negatives, right? I'm pretty much just singing this movie's praises, but I do have it's mainly a major one, right? Well, for one, and this is a small one, it is kind of unbelievable that they would even bring Jesse with them, right? It's like, okay, and if they just wake up the next morning, she's in the truck. It's like, what is seemingly a suicide mission? It's like, no, you would not take this girl with you. But either way, I think the main issue here is that they don't give you enough context as to what's going on, right? Like, as to how we got here and things like that. I mean, this other forces, Western forces, they are going crazy. I mean, they want the president now. Like it is so violent by the fucking end of this movie, and it just feels weird that you would have all that. You would have all this really brutal, like terrifying violence going on, right? And that you wouldn't tell the audience more, give them more context as to how it's happening or how it happened, how it got like this. because like they just kind of throw lines like they're like, oh, they're pretty much gunning down any journalists that get to DC or whatever. It's like, really, they are? One of the questions they wanted to ask the president was, why did you how'd you feel disbanding the FBI? I was like, why did he disband the FBI? There's more of a story there. Like there's more background that needs to be here in order for you to fully get a grasp on what's going on and fully go with it. I mean, it's done so well either way, but I do think it would have been better if they could have let the audience in on a little bit more, because it really is like they just throwing a line here and there, and you're like, wait, what? Oh, wow, how'd that get to that? How did that get to this point? So that's it. I was pretty much in from start to finish. It starts off really big and kind of strong, and then you're just along for the ride. After that, so many well done, like just horrifying moments. I didn't even say like that scene with the sniper too. Like that was a really tense moment too. But yeah, just really well done, well acted, and much better than I thought it was going to be. Even though I thought the trailer was at least pretty interesting, but I think this was incredible. So I'm gonna give this beyond awesome my highest rating. I think this is the only movie I've given my highest rating to this year. But yeah, that's Civil War, and we're done.